Hey y'all, hey! Welcome back to my channel. I am Tamika Thompson and I am the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. And for this video, I am going to be sharing some simple resume tips on how you can write your resume to go for or apply for a promotion. So first of all, if you are considering going for a promotion or you know for a fact that you will be going for a promotion, big ups to you, kudos, a round of applause, because a lot of professionals do not have that type of confidence to boldly go to their boss and say, yo, you need to pay me more money. I'm killing it at this job. I'm crushing it in this position. And as a result, I want to move up. I want to increase my pay. I want to advance to a new opportunity. And as a result, the people who do not have that type of confidence end up underpaid, miserable, and feeling very much unappreciated. But the messed up thing about it is that they still stay. So if you are, again, going for that promotion, I definitely want to give you a pat on the back because not everyone does it, and I know how intimidating it can be, speaking as someone who has gone for a promotion before. But when it comes to writing a resume and crafting your resume specifically to move up in a company and to advance to a new role, your resume has to be written just a little bit differently. And I want you to understand the main things that need to be included on your resume so that when your boss looks at your resume, they know for a fact, without a doubt, you deserve that promotion, and I want you to get approved for it because you have earned it. But before we get into this video, I need you to go ahead and hit that like button down below, and I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now, without further ado, let's get right into this video. Number one on this list is that you need to show that you have consistently met or exceeded your performance metrics in your current role. And this is super important, you guys, hence why it is number one on this list. So before you move up, move on, move forward, advance, jump up, whatever you want to call it, you need to show that you have mastered your current position, meaning that you are very well-rounded, you're very knowledgeable, you can be counted on to do your job not just well, but exceptionally well. So maybe you scored a little bit above what your performance metrics were supposed to be. And the way that you communicate this on your resume is, number one, by showing the outcome of your performance reviews. So if you have annual reviews, quarterly reviews, or mid-year check-ins, or maybe all of the above, share that you have consistently and consecutively, had 3s every single time, or had 4s or 5, or whatever that number is that you're held to as a standard. If you have consistently met that, say that on your resume. Most importantly, if you have consecutively hit those numbers for a couple of years, at the very least, then you want to absolutely mention that. Leaders always like to see that you can handle what is currently on your plate before they grant you or approve you the opportunity to have more, right? So you always want to show, again, that you have mastered your role, that you're really great at what you do, that you have full working knowledge and competency in your current position, and you're constantly crushing your goals, you're constantly meeting your expectations. You always want to show that. Because why on earth would they give you more money and more responsibility if on your performance reviews you're always getting 2s or 3s or needs improvement or work in progress? Like, no, that is not a good look. And there are some companies that do require you to be in your position for a certain period of time before you are eligible to move up. So again, if you have been meeting those numbers consecutively for literal years, you absolutely want to highlight that. Number two on this list is to show how you have made something significantly better in your current role. So if you are subscribed to my channel, then you know that I talk about this a lot in my videos. So if you came into your position, but within the first couple of months or within the first year, you either initiated a major project or you were a part of something that was major as far as a rollout or an overhaul or an implementation or something that was just very grandeur-ish, or if you just came up with a really big idea that helped the company in some way, have that on your resume. So it's one thing to master your role and, be able to perform all of the competencies of your position, all of your job duties and everything like that. But it's another thing to identify a problem and present a solution and execute on that solution. And it's another thing if it really, really made a big difference, either with your team, for your department, for the company, or anything of that sort. So maybe you came in and restructured all of the operations, or maybe there was an error that you noticed and you fixed it and worked with the appropriate parties and team members and department heads or whatever to get it resolved. Maybe you noticed that there was overspending in a particular area and there was a way that the company or the department could save money, and you were in charge of getting that out. So if there's anything that you made better, any value that you delivered, in addition to, again, mastering your current job, absolutely include that on your resume. And there are several ways that you can incorporate this within your bullet points, and I have recorded several videos teaching you guys how to do this. One thing that you'll want to do is absolutely positively include numbers that quantify the success of your efforts, and then number two, include what those numbers were before you implemented what you did. So maybe spending was, exceeding what it was supposed to be. So maybe the company was, 110% over budget, and you came in and got spending down to 76%, or you cut spending by 76% or something along those lines. Those are just two ways that you can communicate how you have made something significantly better. Number 3 on this list is to show kudos, praise, and recognition. So if you have received any type of rewards for just being so badass and awesome at what you do, maybe you won the Salesperson of the Year award, maybe you won the Project Manager of the Quarter award. If there was any type of award, recognition, notoriety that you received for just being so ridiculously awesome at what you do, include that on your resume for sure. But on the flip side of that, if you are constantly getting emails or maybe Slack messages or Teams notifications or whatever type of chat software that you guys may use at your job about how awesome you are and how helpful you are and how knowledgeable you are and what a great job you did on this and how great it was working with you on that and whatever you gave them that made such a big difference, like include those statements on your resume as well. Again, in your performance reviews, if your boss or your manager is constantly singing your praises about how you always overcome problems and you are the go-to for all of anything and everything the team may need, or you are the top SME in your department, like that really go-to figure for anything and everything maybe related to your position, or you're just a dictionary and a wealth of knowledge about all operations and policies, and you're really good with like taking notes and storing documents, anything at all that you get praise for, that people are constantly reaching out to you about, include those statements on your resume, especially if they are mostly coming from team members within your department, as well as your manager and any type of senior leadership officials. The more visibility you have with working with a lot of different people who love working with you and who have positive things to say about you, the easier it may be for you to go for that promotion, because you have a positive brand. People know your name, people know your face, and overall everyone loves working with you. You're a great person to work with, you know your stuff, and they can count on you to do things or deliver things. Number 4 on this list is to highlight your next level like skills. So what I mean by that is, if being a team manager or managing a team is something that you'll be doing in the promotion that you will be getting, if you have already served as a team lead or as an interim supervisor or a team lead, maybe for a couple of months, maybe your boss was, kind of training you and teaching you how to lead a team, how to do coaching and things of that sort, include that on your resume. So if you have already started working on, or you have already developed the skills that you'll need in your next position, like in your next step up, include that on your resume. So, if the next job requires you to manage a budget, but you have maybe managed a budget already, but maybe it's not as large as what you may be working with, you can still include that on your resume. Like any type of skills that you'll need to advance to the next level, if you've already been working on honing those skills, developing those skills, whether through workshops or certifications or being brought in on certain projects that your manager tags you in on, you can include that on your resume. Skills plays a really big part when it comes to career advancement overall. I can honestly say, as someone who now makes well into the six-figure category, that developing new skills, constantly developing new skills, whether it's hard skills, soft skills, leadership skills, like any type of skill, has 100% been the key to helping me advance my career, increasing my salary, being able to work for various Fortune 20 companies and things like that. When you go for a promotion, you are going to elevate in job title and salary, but you'll also be elevating in skill set too. So if there are any skills that you already know, and maybe you don't have all of them just yet, that's okay. But if you've already started working on just a handful, that is going to work to your advantage. So make sure that you have them on your resume. Next on this list is to include recent educational accomplishments. So if you have recently either enrolled in school to get maybe your master's degree or your bachelor's degree, or you just completed a program, or maybe you just finished either of those programs, or maybe you completed a boot camp, or you got a certification. You guys get where I'm going with this. If there's any type of educational related accomplishment or achievement that you have just completed, put that on your resume, especially if it is necessary or it's really crucial to you being able to get that promotion. Now, I know a lot of people will either go back to school to get a certification in a highly concentrated area or area of expertise, or some people will go back and get a completely new degree to be eligible for certain positions. So I know for senior level roles, a lot of people will go back and get their master's degree, either an MBA or whatever, or any type of specialty degree related to the field that that their job is in, that they want to advance in. Some people will also complete certain trainings, right? So if you have done either of those things, I'm sure that it was not cheap. So you want to make sure that you put it on your resume. Honestly, y'all, there are so many people who I speak with, who I work with as clients, where I look at their original resume that they send to me that they want me to revamp, and I'll ask them like, hey, did you go to school? Are you certified in this? Did you go back and get your master's degree? And they'll be like, yeah, I did this and I did this and I did that, but it is not on your resume. Y'all, school is not cheap. Whatever program it is, like I know tuition reimbursement exists and sometimes jobs will pay for certain things, whatever. But if you are coming out of pocket for a degree or any type of program, put it on your resume, okay? You are not doing it for fun, maybe, I don't know. But 9 times out of 10, if you're doing any of those things, you're doing it so you can advance in your career. You want to be more qualified. You want to show off your mastery or whatever it is. So anything that you have accomplished education-wise, put it on your resume, please. And last on this list is to include data, okay? Include the numbers, the charts, the figures, the graphs, the percentages, all of the things. Data is really, really important. It is one thing to say that you've done something. It's another thing to include or incorporate a number that paints a visual picture or illustrates a picture to show exactly what you have contributed, mastered, accomplished, etc. And when it comes to getting numbers that quantify or show your success, you'll want to dig in particular systems, dashboards, any type of programs that you work in where your efforts or the things that you do are in some way, shape, or form quantified. So for me, I work in marketing. There's a gazillion and one numbers on my resume, okay? And even if you don't work in a field when it comes to numbers, so maybe you're not an accountant, maybe you don't work in marketing, maybe you're not in branding or anything like that, Every single company, organization, position, title, whatever, has numbers attached to it. So if you have increased something, if you have deployed something, if you have worked on projects, if you have delivered something, attach a number or a figure to it, period. And the point of doing this is to, again, show that quantifiable, that measured improvement or that measured difference between what was done before and what you did and how you made it better or how you strengthened it. And that's it, y'all. Those are some super simple, easy resume tips for you to use so that you can craft your resume and tailor your resume for you to get that promotion. And listen, I am rooting for you. There's been a couple of times that I've gone for a promotion. A few times I did get it, but there were a couple of times where I didn't get it, and that is okay. And another thing that I want to mention here is that understand that sometimes the answer is no. I want you to figure out ahead of time if that answer is no, if they deny you for this promotion, figure out what your next move is going to be ahead of time. Are you okay with them saying no and waiting another year and going for it? Or will you be like, bump this, I've given this my best shot, I know my value, I know my worth, I know I've done some great things for this company, I know that I deserve what I'm asking, and they're not going to give it to me, so I'm going to go elsewhere, which means that you would be searching for a job externally. So just something to keep in mind. Again, I want that promotion for you. I want that next step up for you, but understand that sometimes it doesn't always go the way that we want, and you should prepare yourself in advance just in case it does not go the way that you are expecting. And I do not want to be a negative Nancy, but I am just being as realistic as possible. But again, I want you to get that promotion because I know that you deserve it. I really hope that you found this video helpful. If so, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Go ahead and hit the like down below. If you have any questions in regards to creating a resume to get a promotion that I did not cover in this video, feel free to drop a comment in the comment box down below. Now, after watching this video, if you're thinking to yourself, okay, Tamika, all of these tips are great, but I am not the best at writing a resume. Okay, it is not my strength. It's not my thing. I would much rather hire you to go ahead and write my resume for me to get this promotion. I would be more than happy to do that. To work with me directly on crafting your resume for a promotion, feel free to visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com. I do have all of the services and packages that I offer, including resumes, cover letters, as well as LinkedIn profile creations. You can go ahead and hit the Let's Get Started button on my website to book your consultation call with me. You can also reach out to me directly at hello@thompsonresumes.com. If you do not need assistance with your resume, but you want to receive more career content from me, I need you to go ahead and subscribe to my email list. The link to do so is in the description box down below. Every week you will get one resume tip from me, as well as my monthly Career Tea newsletter, which gives you all the career trends that you can watch out for if you plan on job searching soon, or if you just want to keep your ear to the job search street so that you know what is going on in real time. Thank you again so much for watching. I really hope that you found this video helpful. I will see you guys next time with another helpful video. Bye, you guys.